Welcome to Heavyweights Mountain Biking. I'm Bobby, and today we're going to be working on our bikes because we got a big Grand Junction trip ahead of us next week, and I want to make sure that we're prepared and I don't have the possibility of breakdowns, or as bad of a possibility of breakdowns. Have a great day. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a little wash because I like to start with a clean bike so I know that there's no gunk and everything making it shift improperly or anything like that. Make sure the brakes work and everything like that. You got to make sure it's clean to do that. What you'll notice is that when I was using my brush, I didn't hit my rotors with that brush, just in case there was any grease or anything like that that I hit with the brush. I don't want it deposited on my rotors. Now let's see if we can get a straight chain line. It actually doesn't look too bad. In fact, it looks like it's a little too far to the drive side. Might need to see if there's a spacer there I can take out. We'll make a small adjustment on the barrel adjuster because it actually isn't shifting too badly. We'll see how this works. Go all the way down to 12. Go way up. Worked pretty good. Come back down. That just goes to show you that once you clean your mech and everything, that you actually just might need to use a small barrel adjuster to make it shift properly again, not a full breakdown of your drivetrain. So the last time I rode, it felt like my front end was getting a little weak. So, oh, this is a 23 hex. Oh, stand by, got to get different tools. It actually worked out because now I get to use my little torque wrench that I got for Christmas. It's a cute little wrench, but I can apply the proper Newton meters now. So the rotor was nice and tight, but since I upgraded from a 160 mil to 180 mil, I had to have this little 180 mil spacer adapter. So let's just make sure that this is tight. Yeah, it's nice and snug. Don't want to rip these out. I've seen a lot of stories of people ripping out the screws on their rotors because these are just usually magnesium alloy tubes, and so the threads rip through those pretty easy. So when I went to go put the wheel back on the fork, this is what I noticed. There's a lot of movement. So So this actually worked its way loose. It needs to be like that. There we go. That's nice. Alright, taking a look at my chain line one more time. It's actually really good. And it was shifting good, so we're not going to mess with that today. If you watched my video on handlebars, you know that I'm about a 760. I just bought these high-rise bars because I'm finding that a little more of an upright position does help me. So I'm going to cut these down because these are 800s. Here they've pre-measured them all the way down to a 680, and so I'm actually going to go to this bar here and take them off. I just used a pipe cutter to do it. And as you can see, it's a real nice square cut. That way you don't have to guess that you were square, and that way your grips that screw on fit nice and square. Doesn't cause any issues. But I am going to take a little file and clean these little burrs up so they don't chew up my grips. File set, so I'll probably take this one. Like I say, just kind of work it. Just take all those little burrs off. Give your grip something nice to butt up against. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Then we'll just mount this back and put it back on the way it's supposed to be. And I don't know if you know it or not, but a lot of these grips that you screw on and mount to your handlebars so they don't twist and stuff actually has a right side up and a right side down. And this one, which is a 50-50, comes up saying this is the up part. That way it knows where your palm is going to ride and everything like that to give you the most comfort and where the grip is going to be. It's pretty cool. Now that's all together, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, but I don't need to record that. You've already seen it once. So is this the stare at it phase? Because I could stare at this all day long. I love this little bike. Alright, so now we're getting rid of the carbon bike. I put it up after we did all the pictures and made it look all pretty and everything, and did some adjustments, cut down the handlebars, and adjusted the front hub, and made sure we checked our chain line to see if we were shifting right, and got it shifting really sweet. So now I'm going to switch to the e-bike and get it all cleaned up. I'm going to switch out the rear rotor and the handlebars. I'm not going to videotape this. I'm just going to show you a before and after picture. Cheers.